Gather around, island lovers. It's Demi and Jasmine with your Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'd like to start a petition for an emotional support dog in Love Island for when that isolation anxiety starts hitting, and I'll sign our dogs up as tribute as long as they're looking cute in their Lucy & Co. gear. Unleash your pet style with Lucy & Co. Discover the cutest pet accessories for your pup, from trendy collars and playful bandanas to chic leashes and comfortable harnesses. They have everything you need, from walking gear, from waterproof gear, compostable poop bags, and a trendy treat bag. Let your furry friends strut their stuff in style with Lucy & Co. because every pup deserves to look positively fabulous. Go to www.lucyand.co and use promo code FirePitChat for 15% off. 15% off. They have the cutest little leashes, collars, vests, everything. So cute.
So cute. I just realized that little monster vest one I had is from them. Have you ever seen that one?
Oh, yeah. That one's so cute.
He doesn't fit in that anymore, though. Anywho, episode 40 of Love Island. We are basically getting introduced to Lolly, who seems very nice. Does she remind you of anybody in particular?
No one I can put my finger on. Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Wait, is it this?
It's a S.
Yeah,
like crazy. But she's nicer.
I mean, significantly. She kind of backtracked on everything she did yesterday, though.
Yeah.
Which made me think it was the producers.
Yeah, because even like her reasonings didn't make any sense. And I was like cringing at like everyone's conversations when they were asking her about it. It's like she basically wanted to be like I wonder if she was low-key like whispered like the producers made me do it like in their ear like so that they could drop it.
Exactly. Like I wish she just pointed to them and was like, they made me, because It's like if she had picked that on her own, then she would have like not backed down the second people asked her about it. Like she would have been like, I was interested in Joey. I don't see a connection between you two, and I think we could be connected. If that's what she really thought.
Yeah.
Which is not, clearly.
No, it was super bizarre. It made me uncomfortable because like she didn't even know why she chose him. It's still unclear why she chose Ciaran. Like I don't understand that.
That was such a reach. Like that was
exactly
just such a waste of everyone's time. And if she wanted to bombshell, like then she wouldn't have picked Konnor when she could have stole anyone's man.
Right, because you're choosing Joey, Konnor, and then Ciaran. So one of these things is not like the other. Like
exactly.
There's two guys in relationships and then Konnor who's single. Like I don't. And Konnor, like if you're into Konnor, then why aren't you picking Ruben? Why aren't you picking Josh? Like
exactly.
Ciaran in this mix makes no sense. And like her reasoning was just like, I really don't know why I chose you, to be honest.
No, honestly, like there is no reason she chose Ciaran.
Yeah. But then she was saying like, she's like, I had to choose 3 people. I don't know. It was all so weird, but
yeah,
I think
you choose Robin.
Who's
Ruben?
Robin? Oh yeah.
You choose Ruben, Josh, and Konnor. Boom. 3 people, the easiest 3 people. If you're into Konnor, like they're similar types, they're kind of similar vibes. Like
yeah,
if you're
agreed.
Like that makes the most sense.
Agreed.
But
go ahead.
I guarantee producers were like, no, that's too easy. You have to pick 2 in a couple.
Right. And I guess we never really even saw the aftermath of Jesse and Joey. Like clearly they made up, but God forbid we see that.
Yeah. Jesse's definitely has feelings for Joey. That's clear.
Yeah. And then in the recoupling though, he's like, I'm excited to hear her speech to me. So I feel like he likes her too, because that's a really genuine smile that he was giving her.
Oh my God. I thought his cheeks were going to fall off. It was such a big smile. I was like, I've never seen someone smile like that. I was thinking the same thing. That's so funny with his smile during the recoupling.
Like he was cheesing.
No, like hard.
Yeah.
And he told the boys, yeah, I want to hear her speech. She's finally starting to open up to me a little bit more.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I can see. Like I would love to believe them as a couple. I think Joey really, since he's been with Jesse, has not looked the other way for whatever reason. Either he really likes Jesse or he knows like he's just going to look like an absolute dick if he continues to do that. But the way he dropped Grace when he seemed so into her,
That was
and
crazy.
he hasn't steered once since Jesse, makes me think he must kind of like her.
Yeah, and even Grace talking to Ruben was like, looking back at me and Joey, it was so lustful. Maybe we even have anything in common? Like, did we even connect? And he was saying the same thing. So maybe it was true, and this is real. I don't know.
Like maybe they just had an insane sexual connection.
They clearly did.
And they knew, like they had test driven those cars before. Like they knew how all the machinery already worked. You know what I mean? And they knew it worked well for them. So yeah, maybe that's what it was. And then it was kind of like beyond that. Now we're just sitting here on an island and we have nothing to talk about.
Right. Just like the holiday, the last one.
And you're sober. Like they're dead sober on the show.
Right. Oh my God. And you know they weren't last time.
Yeah. So that's
a
probably
great point. That's a great point. Oh my God.
That changes things because you could be like having fun, flirty. You have a sexual connection. You're drunk. It doesn't really matter what that guy's personality's like. When you're stone cold sober talking to them at 8:30 in the morning on the beanbag sweating, it's going to change some things.
Yeah, for sure. And when Grace was talking to Jesse about the hideaway, I was like cringing. She's like, "Oh, you've never been in there?" It's like, yeah, me and Joey just boinked in there like first night I got here.
No, like that kind of thing makes me laugh so hard when like people do that. Like Grace is like, "Oh shit, you've never been in there? Oh, it's just like one room with a big bed and sex handcuffs and
Literally.
lube." I'm like, "We get it, Grace. You boinked."
Savage, dude.
Savage.
Yeah, so I guess Joey and Jesse are back on track. Then we have the Nicole and Ciaran thing where I'm glad she didn't she kind of did, but we didn't have to endure it for long enough for her to get mad at whatever Ciaran did or didn't do with Lolly. But then they end up being girlfriend and boyfriend, which was actually really cute of him, like in the speech.
Yeah, it was cute. Wait. And then he asked her. It's just like, first of all, I noticed something. This is completely off track. So actually, that will be my second point. But the first point is, like, it's so funny on Love Island when a guy asks a girl to be his girlfriend. Like, they act like they're getting proposed to. Like, it is like getting proposed to in Love Island, though. But it just always makes me laugh. It's so funny. But
yeah.
Because she was covering her mouth with her hands a lot. And I noticed her nails, like, they redid her nails. So are the girls allowed to go to a nail salon? Because she had a French manicure and like a few of her nails were broken. And I'm talking broken down to like below the skin. Like they were little nubs. And now she had a fresh set, white acrylics, all of them the same length, like long nails. So like they're like dip, gel extension. They didn't just paint her nails. Do you know what I mean?
And they're not like press-on or glue-ons.
Oh, you know what? They could be press-ons.
But how would you get them all off?
Yeah, and because she had some, like she came in with them, you know, so some were broken and then the others, and then now it's like all white. It just made me think. I'm like, do they let these girls get their nails done? That would be nice.
They don't let them leave for sure.
Yeah, do you think
unless someone comes? That would be
her
interesting.
nails were done, unless she ripped them all off and they gave her press-ons. That
would be a great question to ask her.
Yeah, just like if anyone has any details about the logistics of their manicures, please let me know. I think about that constantly because I always think if I was on a show where you could be there for 8 weeks, like I wouldn't go in with anything on my nails because I would just bring nail polish.
Well, guys do get their haircuts somewhere somehow, like halfway through. You know, like I know they trim it up, but then like there's like a point where you're like, oh, everybody got it done.
A haircut. Yeah, because they all have like fresh cuts, all of them, like the whole lot of them. Yeah, it's so interesting. Like,
so do they leave?
To think about.
Yeah, I know. I'm so curious.
Do they give them like a field trip day where it's like, okay, we're not going to film today. You can get your like nails done,
or we'll have to think come. That yeah.
Or do they just go to the pharmacy and like buy them nail polish and press-ons or let them
I
do
feel
that.
like there's like no human like real interaction for 8 weeks. Like
Yeah, no, they're definitely in isolation. They would have to be because
yeah.
someone could it's too much of a risk to take them out. Someone could yell something
Right.
to them, or like they need such mind control of these islanders. They can't risk someone from the real world talking to them.
I know, it's crazy. Matilda and Sean go on their date, which they had the Porsche. That is like a fun date to me. I feel like if I were on Love Island, like that's what I would want, where it's the most normal activity where you could picture yourself, okay, this is what we would really do in the real world.
Totally. Also, like that, just on a production standpoint, is such a higher dollar amount date. Like they had to rent the Porsche for him to drive around rather than them just like walking down and having a picnic by the water. You know what I mean?
Those are savage dates.
Those are so savage. So it makes me think the producers like Sean and Matilda together, like because maybe the public does? ?
Right. But I also am like, is this date like enjoyable? Because you're having cameras now, you're real cameras all over. Because in the villa, they're all hidden. Now these are like big old cameras. I would assume that it's 2 people on a date and you have literally like 4 cameramen on this date with you. And then the Porsche, how many car rides did they have to take to get these angles, to get like,
yeah.
So I'm like, is this work or is this enjoyable? But everybody says they enjoy leaving.
And they come back like
refreshed,
rejuvenated. Yeah, they come back like literally like they just went to the spa, you know?
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
Insane. And they
but
come
she
back
got a
and they're
rosé.
like, oh my God, it was sick. Yeah, I know. That's what I would be really excited for. Like,
yeah,
to order a drink and like know there's alcohol in it. What my other logistical question is, they used to give them 2 glasses of wine and the boys could drink a pint. Like they would drink beer. And like on Molly Mae's season, she said it was like real wine. When did they stop that?
I don't know, but their party was for WKD like 0%.
Oh, a non-alcohol. I was like, what's 0%? I thought it was going to be a DJ. Okay,
no,
that makes sense.
I put it together some way, somehow. Don't remember how, but I was like, oh, 0%. Like, so you're just like chugging empty cals.
Yeah, it's just like non-alc. Like
but
at that point,
where are the water bottles? Like for real.
Yeah, no. And did you see they had like the 7-Up Zero Sugar, like right in your face? They have the rock stars everywhere. There's a rock star. What is that?
And then the coffee in those cups.
Yeah.
Like, are they drinking water? I'm very concerned for them.
No, I know. Like, and Sean on his date ordered an apple juice. Like,
I
Sean
hated
really
that.
Sean really is a child.
I hated that so much. Apple juice is literally candy in a cup. Like, I hate it. Like, why would you choose apple juice? Why? You can't get that in the villa? They can't give you juice boxes in the villa?
Exactly. Like, just order a freaking sparkling water like a man. If you're not going to, like, I don't know, something else.
Well, at first I was like, why isn't he drinking?
Is he sober?
He's like, oh, I'm the driver. I'm like, oh, got it.
Oh.
It's just so foreign to us.
Oh my God. Like, the way, I'm telling you right now, the way that didn't even cross my mind for a moment in time.
It didn't. I was like, why?
Like,
I
was sooner gonna think Sean was pregnant versus like not driving because he was drinking.
I know, it's like, yo, you're surrounded by cameras, productions. There's probably 3 cars trailing you. Just have the drink. Like,
exactly. Like, you're fine. Like, have a producer drive you guys home. Honestly, you don't even know if they're serving non-alc.
They probably are.
Served her 0% rosé. Yeah,
they probably did. Like, but they did order like paella, un grande paella.
Grande paella.
I didn't know you spoke Spanish.
That killed me.
Dude, I died of that. Honestly, he's been cracking me up lately. Like, he's like, oh, the car's in the garage. Like, honestly, he was really funny this episode. Like, I actually love them together.
I think they're a funny couple together. Like, I see a genuine like connection between them, friendship, but obviously like flirty too. But I like them as a couple.
Yeah,
they're growing on me.
still, like, I don't get it. Like, I
Well-
could never with Sean, but, you know, to each their own.
We'll just never understand why Matilda would go for Sean.
Yeah, like, never.
No.
Okay, so now we have the Mimii, Ayo, Jessica, and Josh kind of thing. Mimii grabs Ayo for that chat, which really to me was a friendship chat. Like, right?
I thought so too.
Like, I think she was just trying to establish, like, how do we, like, go about now that I'm cool with you? But
Yeah.
I'm not trying to have more. And I don't know if... I think Ayo was just saying things so that... Like, obviously there's still feelings there, but I don't think Mimii is into it. And I don't really think Ayo wants it either. I just think it's, like, flirty as if, like old flames.
Yeah, like I think Ayo doesn't want to. I think Ayo, like we said before, wants his cake and wants to eat it too. So he doesn't want to shut it down with Mimii because he wants to have like flirty banter with Mimii, but then he wants to like also prioritize Jess. I think Mimii liked that Ayo was kind of like keeping an eye on her, but at the same time she was like, "But I'm not like gonna go back to you. I'm liking the attention." Yeah. So I think this was her like finally kind of nipping it in the bud. Like, it's been fun, we're cool, but like, how do we stop people from thinking this will open up again, you know?
Yeah. I was shocked to see Josh's reaction to be so, like, intense.
Yeah, it's a bit early for that. It was giving possessive, and like, it turned me off.
Yeah, it was weird. I was just... It's like, but I get just, like, maybe that was, like, more ego than anything. Like, he just didn't want to look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Let's hope.
But even if it is your ego, it's like you kind of just met Mimii, and like Mimii and Ayo have been in the villa since day one. So like they're allowed to still like flirt. Like, you're not her boyfriend. Like,
not if it was up to him, I don't know. He'd probably be dating her.
It's so true, but it's so crazy because if you put it in like real world terms, it's like you met this girl 3 days ago and she's not allowed to like flirt with a guy. Like,
yeah.
And honestly, but very mild flirting, by the way.
It's very girl-like behavior because that's what we would not allow that.
Absolutely. And speaking of girl-like behavior, like, I do think Jess has reason to be annoyed with Ayo for flirting with Mimii because he left Mimii for her. So it's like, now I feel awkward. Like, I get it more from Jess than I do Josh.
I don't know. I think she like made a bigger deal about it than what needed to. Like, I didn't get the vibe that Ayo was keeping any. Like, I honestly think he just like what did he like not even care because it was nothing bad happened there. So it's like, why even like tell Jessica, you know?
Yeah, no. And yes, I agree with you. The thing is that this one conversation, nothing nefarious happened. In the other conversations, Ayo was pulling Mimii. Ayo was being more flirty. Like, that would annoy me if I was Jess. Him talking to Mimii this time and shutting it down and telling Josh he shut it down, like, this is the time you shouldn't be mad at him because it's finally being shut down. And her whole point was that she was mad that Ayo didn't tell her faster. It's like, Ayo's still the one that told you. Also, you have eyes. How did everyone else in the villa know they were talking, like, and you didn't? Where were you? It's not like they went up to the terrace. Like, they were just doing it in front of everybody. And also, like, she got so mad. It was like, no, you're just mad he's talking to Mimii. Period.
Yeah. I don't know what that was. Like, I didn't even get her reasoning. He's like, oh, you want me to... I think it was just like a sarcastic way of answering, and she got mad. I don't know. Like, I don't... And then at the end, where Jessica picks Ayo, like, did something traumatic happen?
She said something like, we should be good if our communication improves.
Oh. The music and the lead up, I was like, did I just miss something? And then it ended. I'm like, what did I miss? They are all unhappy couples.
Yeah, no, I think they were just trying to make something out of nothing. She was like, if we continue on this path, like, hopefully our communication improves, or we should be good if we continue to work on our communication. I'm sure Ayo doesn't appreciate that. I don't think Ayo really likes to be told, like... what to do. But to me, I didn't think that's anything bad. Also, it's like, if you think I don't know. You got to know who you're with. I don't think Ayo's ever going to communicate.
Who was she talking to where she was like, he talks in riddles? Like, was she talking to Mimii? Like, they both were just like, what the fuck does he say?
Yeah.
That's so funny. He really does talk in riddles. Like, they nailed that. You know whose speech I thought was weird was Grace's to Ruben? It was like, I pick you, but I still want to get to know other people, and as I want you to get to know other people. So I was like, this is weird.
I just think when someone so new like that says that in their speech, I just think it's overkill. It's like, it goes without saying that you guys aren't exclusive. You can just pick him because you've been getting along for the past 2 days.
Yeah. Who else are you going to pick?
Yeah, exactly.
She's definitely not into him, I don't think.
No, I think she's like literally just trying to stay on the show at this point. Like, she is just hanging on to whatever life raft is available.
Yeah. Konnor and Lolly were seeming good vibes. Konnor doesn't seem like eager to like find anybody.
I am telling you right now, I cannot believe I'm still talking about Konnor with a K. Like, what is this man doing here? He does not care to find it. Love. He is not. He doesn't care if he's on the show. He doesn't care if he makes friends. Like, why are we saving a spot for this man? He's
like, yeah, she's a bombshell. If she wants to come talk to me, we'll talk. It's like, because they're like, Konnor, you better smell good today. You better bring it. He's like, yeah. If she wants to talk to me, we'll talk. Bitch, what do you mean? What are you here for?
Exactly. It's like, Konnor, you can't just pull her. Like,
Konnor, and are you even like enjoying yourself? Like, who's your friends in here?
The only one he went for was Emma. And I think that just blew up so entirely in his face that it might have scared him back into his shell.
Well, didn't Grace kind of
hide him too?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, this isn't his environment for love. You know what I mean? This isn't how he thrives. Like, I don't know where he would thrive. Perhaps like a coffee shop. I don't know. He's kind of giving me that vibe. But definitely not Love Island.
But he asked Lolly, like, he's like, oh, so are you a gym girl? Like, so are you? It's like, he might be one of those guys, like a gym guy, like, where he like hits on you at the gym.
Yeah, he is giving like awkward. Like, he's giving.
There's one place I would never get hit on, and it would be the gym.
I can tell you right now, no one has ever walked up to me in the gym and said anything.
Never in my life.
Aside from, are you still using this machine? Like, I have never once been hit on at the gym.
I know. It's because it's like we don't wear the little outfits.
No, yeah. We're just like red tomatoes sweating with our hair like plastered.
Big ass t-shirts.
Like listening to music and just like giving everyone a resting bitch face.
Literally get away.
And we're like, why is no one tagging us? No, just kidding. If anyone talked to us, we would be like, get away from me.
Ew, that's not my type of guy. Because then you know, like, that would have to be our lifestyle.
Yeah, that's why I love a guy who doesn't. That's why me and Clark worked out so perfectly. I'm like, when's the last time you were in the gym? He was like, in PE. I was like, you're my man.
Mike pays so much money for Lifetime. And hasn't been in, like, literally might be 6 months. And he pays for the executive membership.
Damn.
Like, are you okay?
No,
Get the fuck away from me and go to the gym. I'm begging you. And that wraps up this episode.
It sure does.
It's like the ending wasn't even anything to end on. Do you know what I mean? It was the weirdest ending. Like, what are we even looking like? There's nothing. Everybody's in a couple.
Yeah, everyone's in a couple. At this point, bombshells are a waste. Like,
no, there's no more.
They know it's too close to the end. No one's jumping ship. It doesn't matter if they like their person or not. At this point, everyone's sticking where they are.
Yeah, honestly, we have solidified all the couples for the rest of the show, though.
Yeah, this is it. Grace and Konnor and their couples, their respective couples. So Grace with Ruben and Konnor with Lolly. They'll be on their way soon. And then it's going to be like the rest of them.
Yeah. I wonder how far Josh and Mimii will go.
That's a good point. I just think Mimii has staying power because I think everyone loves Mimii.
Mimii does.
So I think they'll stay because of Mimii.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I really do think everyone in the villa likes Mimii and the public likes Mimii.
Yeah, they do. How can you not? I said she was my favorite from the beginning.
Yeah.
I knew she'd be like an India character.
Yep.
Who I freaking love.
Yeah, she is the best.
And her and Dami, just like, they're so cool.
Yeah.
And we won't be back until Monday, dude.
Can't wait for the weekend.
Like, I won't be watching. I won't be doing any. No.
No.
All right, guys. Thank you guys all for listening to Fire Pit Chat, your daily dose of all things Love Island. I'm your host, Demi, and this is Jasmine. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to leave us a 5-star review and share with your fellow island lover. And we'll see you Monday.
See ya.
What